Peace. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the Foul Playland. As always, I'm your foul player. Wanted to give an update of one of my favorite topics, which is the failings of the PBC. I haven't been able to do videos in general, like in the past month or two, like I'd like to. I don't know if I told you guys, the proud papa of a kitten that we had to care for, pretty much like a week after his birth. Maybe he'll make a cameo at the end of this video. I'll tell my wife to bring him now. But I haven't been able to do videos like that. In addition to having a dog, I'm still hurt myself and taking care of the little kitten. I can't really pump it out like that. I haven't even been listening to videos like that either on the boxing scale, because it's what's to talk about? I do I'll read headlines and shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And if something interesting, like a juicy rumor, somebody's gonna fight somebody else, or a fight that gets made, of course, I'll check it out. But as far as on the PBC front, and a lot of the channels that I fuck with, or a lot of the channels that I just listen to, tend to cover boxing in general. Some may cover PBC maybe in a favorable light, or some may cover PBC in like I do, or like I feel about the PBC. Some may cover it in a fashion in which they think that the PBC is a stupid outfit, they do bad business. That said, I haven't been listening to a lot of YouTube boxing of late, or doing videos for that matter, because I'm too fucking busy and nothing's happening like that. I mean, if there was a big fight announcement tomorrow, I'd be showing my ass making videos left and right, but ain't none of that going down. So it's I gotta prioritize a little bit. Anyway, I had a little bit of a chance to chill today, and I watched the All Access Errol Spence versus Ugas, a fight everybody's talking about. You hear it everywhere. They discuss it in the White House briefing, press room. Nobody's talking about that fight. Nobody cares. I mean, even channels that like Errol Spence, nobody. It's a hard sell, to build up some momentum of Dennis Ugas winning this fight, outside of the fact of some shit that Errol Spence has acquired outside of the ring. I don't think skill for skill that Dennis Ugas is gonna beat Errol Spence. But if Errol Spence has a lingering issue, then it may be a more eventful fight because of that. But that's not intriguing to me. That doesn't make it a dope fight. The chance that Errol Spence is, you don't know how he's gonna look his second time out post accident. Or the fact that some people maybe don't want to cover the fact that since that accident, Errol Spence is back on the same bullshit. I don't know, here recently, but I mean, since the accident, how many times have people seen Errol Spence out on video, drunk? You know what I'm saying? So that fact of somebody who doesn't really take care of himself like that, or that's doing the same reckless shit that he was doing before the accident. That doesn't, it's not wow, it's intriguing because of that. To me, some people cover it in that fashion, oh, what if he's not healed from his injuries, or that, Dennis Ugas is no joke. No, Dennis Ugas is not no joke, but he's not he ain't that kind of fighter, bro. Come on. It was Dennis Ugas at the level of the Ghost Guerrero. I mean, was Dennis Ugas at the level of a Joshua Clottey, was Dennis Ugas at the level of a fucking Malignaggi, or Prime Malignaggi, and I'm not fucking, and I'll be the first to say that Malignaggi wasn't that dude, but I pair it up with saying that fucking Dennis Ugas isn't that dude either. I mean, if he's a little bit better than Malignaggi, which I don't think I would even say that, that, or Dennis Ugas is better than a Prime Malignaggi. That's debatable. But, it's just not an intriguing fight, period. I mean, the only intrigue is some lingering issue, and the fact that Dennis Ugas does bring a belt into the fold. But that's it. I mean, you also hear the rumors of Bud Crawford fighting or signing on to the PBC in general. And also, too, like, I wanted to just for shits and giggles, I wanted to have a look at, I actually looked at it before, but this is the views for that All Access shit. Let me see if I could face the camera better. But I think thus far, as of now, like, this is on a YouTube search, if you guys don't know. But where the fuck are the numbers? Yeah, okay, so it's 213,000 views within a day. And that's not like fucking, you know, wow. At the, so for instance, like right next to it, I mean, you could see Tank Davis's numbers. And he had 2.4 million when he fought Isaac Cruz. Mind you, Isaac Cruz, like, wasn't like the announced guy for that fight off the rip. Like a late replacement, a smaller guy. And it's not like after that fight happened that people watched that episode of All Access. Like, people didn't watch Isaac Cruz versus Tank Davis All Access after Tank Davis won. I mean, most people like fucking were pissed off that Tank Davis was gonna fight Isaac Cruz. So all those people that 2.4 million, I'm pretty sure a good 2 million of it was in and around the time of the episode airing, which is like a day, or a week after that episode airs. So I'm pretty sure that this Errol Spence versus Dennis Ugas All Access a week from now is gonna have like 1 million people that watched it. I mean, you know, like before the new episode comes out, if you will. If it does, it'll be scraping by 1 million. Whereas Tanks, I'm pretty sure he put that 2 million up prior to the week of the next episode of the All Access, if you guys understand me. But there's like moving on though, there's also the rumor of Bud Crawford maybe signing with PBC. I've heard that for a couple weeks. Again, via YouTube, not from any source I have or shit like that. But the rumor that I heard today via video, actually made by CJ Goodfella, which I hope you guys are already subscribed to this channel. If not, please go. But CJ Goodfella reported that there's a rumor that Terrence Bud Crawford would probably sign with the PBC and that he has to fight Danny Garcia and then fight, Dennis Ugas, Errol Spence winner, which it fucking sucks. Like, I mean, like, seriously. Like, Danny Garcia isn't top billing like that. The last time he fought, he lost. You know, he's or if I remember correctly. Or the last time he got to show his ass, like, on a grand stage, he's lost. You know, that fight for sure, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Danny Garcia, is going to be on pay-per-view. Why? You know, and there was a rumor that he might be getting $15 million for one, if not both of those fights, like the Errol Spence or Dennis Ugas winner, and Danny Garcia. To me, that's like bad business. That fight's not, like, to me, a $7 million fight for either fighter in that fight. You know, I don't think that they'd make the bread, like, to recoup paying both fighters per se like $15 million bucks. You know what I'm saying? But and then they charge pay-per-view. Whether they take a loss or not, they just air it on pay-per-view. And at times I don't think they make the money, or they're gonna continue to set the standard of putting shit onto pay-per-view, and the people are just gonna buy it less and less and less. I.e. Isaac Cruz versus Tank Davis. You know, Isaac Cruz, who's a fighter that's just as popular as Errol Spence. Maybe more popular. Especially with young people. Way more people know Tank Davis. And to anybody who says, oh, yeah, no. Some of these young cats, they know Errol Spence more because Errol Spence chose with Yellow Beezy. Bro, Yellow Beezy is not no fucking big rapper like that, bro. Like, Yellow Beezy C level, bro. Like fuck, y'all act like he's like Jigga or some shit. Like fucking no, bro. Like fucking Yellow Beezy would be like cool with being fucking like with the boxer in the 90s being cool with fucking Styles P as far as popularity goes. Like, and it even hurts me to say fucking Styles P and Yellow Beezy in the same sentence, bro. Shout out to fucking the LOX and the whole Yonkers, but and sorry about fucking putting you in Yellow Beezy and Panero in the same sentence. But you get what I'm saying though. It's not like fucking like Tank Davis is legit like fucking way more I think more popular with the young cats, at least the casual fan, if you will, too, than what Errol Spence is in my eyes. But you know, going back to the Bud Crawford thing, like I mean, like with them doing these fights like that, to me, it's just bad business. And not only that, but like it's bad business, like because Danny Garcia isn't popping like that. Fucking I love Danny Garcia, like fucking but he's never been shit at 147. He's been out of the ring for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like no, he does not bring the Puerto Rican market into the fray like that. Like fucking and I'm Puerto Rican, and I got love for the dude. But like most any barbershop I've popped into, like back then, like when fucking Danny Garcia was a little bit more popular now, like when he had like no losses or one loss, you know, even back then, like it wasn't like Puerto Ricans were showing him mad love. And I lived in Sunset Park back then, like fucking that's Puerto Rican Central. You know, and we weren't showing him love like that. Get out of here. But well past his prime, Danny Garcia, who doesn't fight that much the PBC way, like keep those boxers fighting twice a year or less. Injury, fight once, injury, you know, like fucking tax problem, injury, you know, like fuck, that's the PBC way. You know, just keep them boys on the shelf, bro. Like fuck, you know, like if it's not pay-per-view, it ain't worth it. Anyhow, so it's bad business. I mean, but I'm not gonna get in the way of anybody like fucking trying to make or enterprising, and you know, PBC could try to make money however the fuck they want. I'm gonna steal the fights no matter what. But regardless, I'd rather watch it on regular TV. But then the bigger thing with me, fuck the business, is the fact that now you have another fight in front of fucking Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. Who the fuck threw Danny Garcia into any of this shit? And you know, and I like Bud Crawford far more than I like Errol Spence. I ain't no fucking fanboy like that. But if per se the rumor is true that Bud Crawford is gonna make $15 million to fight Danny Garcia, what do I give a fuck? I don't care. Oh, you gotta give him the chance to make money. No. I didn't co-sign that shit when Errol Spence did. Oh, yeah, he could get a nice little fight with Danny Garcia before he fights Bud Crawford. He could get a nice little fight with fucking Sean Porter before he fights Bud Crawford. He could get a nice little fight with Manny Pacquiao before he fights Bud Crawford. You can't stop him from making his paydays. Don't stop Errol from making his paydays. So, you know, I'm not going to co-sign it like neither, like when it's fucking Bud Crawford wasting time with Danny Garcia. But I think and that's a fucking PBC problem. I know they're the ones that nobody would not give there's not a single soul in this whole fucking planet that would fucking say, why didn't Bud Crawford fight Danny Garcia before fighting Errol Spence? Not a solitary soul. The only person who would say that would be a Errol Spence nut hugger after fucking Bud bashed the shit out of Errol Spence, and then that only happened because Errol Spence, he didn't take the easy route. He fought all the top guys. You know, but I'm probably not many of us but I'm not a big fan like that. When I say fan, I don't mean like you guys fan, like fucking where you like fan for you guys are zealots or apologists. You guys like would take the dick of your fighter fucking any way he fucking like that he wants, bro. You'll eat shit from your favorite fighter, bro. You guys would fucking let your favorite fighter fondle your wife in front of you. Like fucking because you guys are a bunch of fucking apologists, most of you. I'm not anywhere near that vein, but I'm probably as big as Danny Garcia fan as the next Danny Garcia somewhat fan, whatever. But like whether fucking Danny Garcia gets a payday or not, like I could give two shits. Like fucking especially if it's getting in the way of a fucking fight that I do want to see. Like have Danny Garcia fight fucking Porter or some bullshit. Who gives a fuck? Nobody's checking for no Danny Garcia, bro. Have him fight fucking the Ghost Guerrero, like fucking for all I give a fuck. Like, you know, nobody cares. If I'm not doing shit that Friday, maybe I'll watch it. That's as much as you get from me. But or if I'm not doing shit, I'll watch that fight, kind of a fight, like Danny Garcia versus anybody, like, or Danny Garcia versus fucking Bud Crawford. Is that kind of fight a good excuse to get in the way of not making the biggest fight in Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence? Absolutely not. But it's fucking PBC stupidity. That's all. Like, I mean, like, you know, and if you guys, like, want to be PBC apologists, no. Just know that your company is fucking stupid. The company that you eat dick for is stupid as fuck. If you're on the PBC defense squad and you have an issue with that, with me, fucking play this video again as you're trying to go to bed and, like, on repeat. Like, fucking, so I could irritate you more. But, you know, and my intention isn't to fucking piss off or irritate anybody. But, you know, I feel in my way as far as, like, being candid when it comes to talking, like, the state of boxing, you know, not taking sides, like, fucking, saying that everybody's wrong for fucking, holding up fights and, like, fucking, you know, that shit tickles some of you guys. Or that prickles some of you guys who are on defense. You guys, like, have to relegate from boxer. I got to defend this boxer. Also, I got to defend this promoters. I got to defend, you know, like, fucking his fan base. Like, nah, bro. Like, fuck out of here. Most people piss me off. Like, fucking, why am I going to, like, try to highlight the good of fucking a guy who, at the end of the day, like, fucking his purpose, in my eyes, and that's the same for all these boxers. Their only purpose, in my eyes, is for fucking entertainment by them fighting each other. I don't care anything else outside of that. Like, no, I don't care if they fucking pull up to any club and, like, unless they do something really stupid, I don't care. By really stupid, I mean something that may get them arrested or a fight or some shit like that. Outside of that shit, I don't care about these boxers. Like, fucking, period. You know, and that's with anyone. Like, same shit goes for Bud. No, I'm not going to start making a bunch of Bud this videos, like, because I don't like fucking the fact that he's fighting Danny Garcia. Because at the end of the day, I mean, like, I don't think he fucking went into the PBC, like, fucking demanding that he had to go fight Danny Garcia. And if he did or not, like, PBC's role at that point, if I were running a fucking company, would be, like, to say, no, you're not fighting Danny Garcia. We only want you for one fight. And that's to fight Errol Spence. And that's happening next. We wasted our time with this Ugas thing. We're going to make it up. You're fighting Danny Garcia. I mean, you're fighting Errol Spence next, Bud Crawford. But no, we're getting the Danny Garcia fight. Fucking $74.99. Let me know what you guys think with that. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'm out. Peace.